Tonight's the night that we begin wrapping up the recovery process and moving forward into the future. There's so many questions that you have had and will continue to have. And so tonight we're beginning by making available to you an initial set of public records. Tonight we're making available public records from the last 30 years from the City of Oakland's Planning and Building Department related to the warehouse at 1315 31st Avenue, as well as to the neighboring vacant lot that is on a separate parcel at 1305 31st Avenue. Now, the Alameda County DA and the Oakland City Attorney have confirmed that the release of any public document created prior to December 2nd will not compromise any investigation related to this fire. Any document created prior to the fire will be treated as a public record. And this 30-year period roughly covers the length of time for which we have electronic records. Now, we've prioritized compiling the planning and building records because the vast majority of the questions that we have gotten have been regarding the contact we've had through this city agency. But we want to recognize that there are other city agencies that we are working on compiling records from, including police calls for service as well as fire inspections. Now, it's important to note that there are several ways that the City of Oakland comes in contact with a property and that our responsibilities as a city vary based on the agency which has the encounter and the nature of the circumstances. And I'll just say that we are also seeking out records from other public agencies, including Alameda County, which will also have records of interest. Many people have asked, and I'll once again confirm, that according to public records as of 2007, the warehouse owner is listed as Chor N. Eng, which is also the listed owner of the vacant lot. The permitted use for the warehouse is as a commercial space. It was not permitted for residential use nor public assembly use. Now, prior to the deadly warehouse fire, there have been 3 complaints made about this address, 2 in 2014 and 1 in 2005. These complaints were on December 8th, 2014, constructing house/structure without permits. On September 30th, 2014, pallets, construction materials blocking the sidewalk. And on November 16th, 2005, vacant lot next to above address, lot used as a parking lot in a homeless camping ground. Now that is the address for the warehouse which was the subject of this horrific tragedy. Now, we have also included the complaints that have been made on the vacant lot adjacent to the warehouse. That vacant lot is a separate parcel and has a separate address of 1305 31st Avenue. Now, for the past 30 years, there have been 18 complaints involving the vacant lot beginning in 1988. Note that there are no visible street addresses for either of these properties, which is why we have included records for both addresses. Now, 16 of those complaints happened in very past years, anytime between 1988 and 2014. But the following 2 complaints were made on the vacant lot during 2016. On November 14th, illegal interior building structure, and on November 13th, quote, there are a ton of garbage piling up on the property, a lot of items left on the sidewalk, some of trash was hazardous. This property is a storage, but the owner turned it to become trash recycle site. Again, these records will be made available to you on our website as we continue compiling all public records relevant to this event that happened prior to the fire we will be making those available on our public records request website so that they are downloadable and accessible to everyone in the public. No one ever wants to see a tragedy like this in their community. But when one strikes, it is our responsibility to take aggressive and quick action to avoid any future tragedies again. And so we are committed to doing everything possible to improve the safety of our community and to prevent similar tragedies from happening in the future. Today we began the process of assembling the team that will help us do just that. We've reached out to the National Fire Protection Association, a highly respected nonprofit organization devoted to eliminating loss from fire and other hazards. And they work extensively on fire safety through codes, inspection, and enforcement. And they will be here this week to start building this team with us. The NFPA has agreed to facilitate a group of top-notch experts who will be working with us on the ground to identify best practices and make the best recommendations for safety improvements in this community, and we believe in a way that will improve community throughout this country. Tomorrow, at our downtown emergency operations center, we will be holding a further press conference to provide more details on this effort. Our hope is that through these efforts, we will not only make Oakland safer, we will make this nation safer, while at the same time lifting up this compassionate, creative, exceptional community that we are so proud to call home. That's Oakland.